From Scarcity to Rich, written and published by Rich Audiobooks. Scarcity is a lie we've been taught to believe, whispers of not enough, fear of loss, and a mindset stuck in survival. But the truth is, you were never meant to live limited. In this journey, you'll trade fear for faith, lack for abundance, and struggle for ease. It's not about luck or chance. It's about shifting your inner world so your outer wealth can rise. From Scarcity to Rich, this is how you finally claim the life that's always been waiting for you. Lesson 1. Understanding the scarcity mindset. The scarcity mindset is like wearing a pair of dark-connected glasses that color everything you see in shades of not enough. It's a persistent belief that there will never be sufficient resources, opportunities, or money to go around. This lens affects not just how you view your finances, but how you approach nearly every aspect of life, from relationships to career decisions to daily choices about spending and saving. When operating from scarcity, your brain exists in a constant state of high alert, scanning for potential threats to your financial security. You might find yourself obsessively checking your bank balance, feeling a knot in your stomach when bills arrive, or experiencing anxiety about spending money even on necessities. These reactions aren't simply emotional responses. They're rooted in your nervous system's fight-or-flight mechanism, triggering the same physiological stress responses our ancestors experienced when facing physical dangers. The most insidious aspect of scarcity thinking is its self-perpetuating nature. When you believe resources are limited, you make decisions from a place of fear and restriction. These choices often lead to exactly the outcomes you're trying to avoid. For instance, fear of not having enough money might prevent you from investing in opportunities that could generate more income. Or anxiety about scarcity might cause you to hoard resources, creating stagnation in your financial flow. Our brains are actually wired to notice scarcity. This survival mechanism served our species well when food and shelter were genuinely scarce, but in today's world of abundant opportunities, this ancient programming can work against us. Studies show that people operating under a scarcity mindset experience a decrease in cognitive function equivalent to losing 13 IQ points. This mental tax makes it harder to make sound financial decisions, plan for the future, or recognize opportunities when they appear. The symptoms of scarcity thinking manifest in predictable patterns. You might notice yourself using phrases like, "I can't afford that," "I'll never have enough," or "money doesn't grow on trees." These verbal cues reflect deeper beliefs about your relationship with money and abundance. Other common signs include difficulty celebrating others' financial success, feeling resentful when spending money, or experiencing guilt when good things come your way. What makes the scarcity mindset particularly challenging to overcome is that it often masquerades as practical thinking or fiscal responsibility. There's a fine line between wise financial management and fear-based restriction. The key difference lies in the emotional energy behind your choices. Are you making decisions from a place of thoughtful consideration, or are you acting from fear and anxiety about potential lack? Your scarcity mindset didn't develop overnight. It's likely the result of years of accumulated experiences, messages, and observations about money. Perhaps you grew up in a household where money was tight, or you experienced significant financial loss. Maybe you absorbed cultural messages about the virtue of struggle or the danger of wanting more. Understanding these origins is crucial because it helps you recognize that your scarcity mindset is learned behavior, not an immutable truth about how the world works. The good news is that just as you learn to think in terms of scarcity, you can learn to think in terms of abundance. This transformation begins with awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts about money, resources, and opportunities. Notice when scarcity thinking appears and how it influences your choices. This consciousness is the first step toward breaking free from the limitations of the scarcity mindset and opening yourself to new possibilities for prosperity and abundance. Lesson 2. The hidden cost of living in lack. Living in a state of perpetual scarcity extracts a toll far greater than most people realize. Like an invisible tax on every aspect of life, scarcity thinking steadily drains our resources, opportunities, and potential in ways that compound over time. While the immediate financial implications might seem obvious, passing up investments, avoiding risks, or hoarding resources, the true cost runs much deeper. Consider how scarcity affects our physical well-being. When we constantly worry about money, our bodies remain in a low-grade fight-or-flight state. This chronic stress triggers the release of cortisol, leading to disrupted sleep patterns, compromised immune function, and increased inflammation. Many people living under the weight of financial anxiety experience headaches, digestive issues, and fatigue. These physical symptoms often lead to increased medical expenses and reduced productivity, creating a vicious cycle that further strains financial resources. The emotional burden of scarcity thinking manifests in ways that damage our closest relationships. Partners frequently report that financial stress creates distance, breeds resentment, and erodes trust. Parents operating from lack may unconsciously transmit their money anxieties to their children, perpetuating generational patterns of scarcity. Friendships suffer as social activities are constantly filtered through the lens of cost, leading to isolation and missed connections that could have opened doors to abundance. Career advancement often stalls under the influence of scarcity thinking. When we're afraid of losing what we have, we become risk-averse and resistant to change. Promising job opportunities are dismissed as too uncertain. Business ventures remain unlaunched. Valuable skills go undeveloped because training seems too expensive. The long-term cost of these foregone opportunities far exceeds any short-term savings from playing it safe. The scarcity mindset also impacts our decision-making in ways that create financial inefficiencies. We might buy cheaper products that need frequent replacement, rather than investing in quality items that last longer. We might delay necessary maintenance until small problems become major expenses. We might resist spending money on time-saving services or tools that could increase our earning potential. These seemingly prudent choices often cost more in the long run. Perhaps most insidiously, scarcity thinking affects our capacity for joy and presence. When we're constantly calculating costs and worrying about the future, we miss the abundance that exists in the present moment. Simple pleasures are overshadowed by financial anxiety. Gratitude gives way to fear. The mental energy consumed by scarcity leaves little room for creativity, innovation, or the kind of expansive thinking that naturally attracts prosperity. This scarcity tax extends beyond individual lives to affect entire communities. When large groups of people operate from lack, it suppresses economic activity, reduces charitable giving, and limits collective potential. Innovation slows as people stick to safe, proven paths rather than exploring new possibilities. The social fabric weakens as trust and generosity decline. The good news is that recognizing these hidden costs is the first step toward liberation from scarcity thinking. By understanding how deeply this mindset affects every aspect of life, we can begin to question whether our cautious choices are truly serving us. We can start to see how investing in abundance, even when it feels uncomfortable, might actually be the most prudent path forward. The real cost of living in lack isn't just about money. It's about the life force, opportunities, and joy we sacrifice on the altar of scarcity. Lesson 3. Where fear around money begins. Our relationship with money starts forming long before we earn our first paycheck or open a bank account. Like an invisible blueprint, our early experiences with money create deeply ingrained patterns that shape our financial decisions well into adulthood. These formative years lay the groundwork for either a healthy, balanced approach to wealth or a fear-based relationship with money that can haunt us for decades. Consider the dinner table conversations you witnessed as a child. Perhaps you heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that," repeated regularly. These seemingly innocent statements become powerful programming, teaching us that money is scarce and hard to come by. Even well-meaning parents trying to instill financial responsibility may inadvertently pass on their own money anxieties and limitations. The impact of cultural and societal messages compounds this early conditioning. Media constantly bombards us with mixed messages about wealth, simultaneously promoting consumerism while stigmatizing the wealthy. Religious teachings sometimes paint money as the root of evil, while social status is often tied directly to financial success. These contradictory messages create internal conflict about what it means to be wealthy and whether we deserve abundance. Generational patterns play an equally powerful role in shaping our money story. If your family has experienced poverty, immigration, or significant financial hardship, those experiences leave emotional imprints that can echo through generations. Children of Depression-era parents often inherit a save-everything mentality, while those from wealthy families might carry guilt about privilege. These inherited money patterns become part of our identity, influencing how we relate to wealth even when our circumstances differ from our ancestors. Traumatic money experiences leave particularly deep wounds in our financial psyche. Whether it's witnessing a parent lose their job, experiencing bankruptcy, or dealing with childhood poverty, these events create lasting neural pathways of fear and scarcity. The brain learns to associate money with danger, triggering our survival response whenever financial decisions arise. This explains why even successful professionals might feel constant anxiety about money, despite having substantial savings. Our educational system's approach to money also shapes our financial fears. Most schools teach little about personal finance, leaving us to figure out complex financial concepts through trial and error. This knowledge gap breeds insecurity and makes us vulnerable to making fear-based decisions rather than informed choices. The lack of financial education becomes another source of money anxiety that we must actively work to overcome. The good news is that understanding where our money fears originate is the first step toward transformation. By examining these root causes, we can begin to separate inherited beliefs from our current reality. This awareness allows us to question whether our financial fears truly belong to us or are simply echoes from our past. Take a moment to reflect on your earliest money memories. What messages did you receive about wealth and abundance? How did your family handle financial discussions? What events shaped your beliefs about what's possible for you financially? Writing down these memories helps bring subconscious patterns into the light, where they can be examined and transformed. Working through early money trauma requires patience and self-compassion. These patterns didn't form overnight, and they won't dissolve immediately. But by understanding their origins, we can begin to create new neural pathways that support abundance rather than perpetuate fear. This inner work creates the foundation for lasting financial transformation. Your past experiences with money don't have to dictate your financial future. While these early influences are powerful, they're not permanent. With awareness and conscious effort, you can rewrite your money story and create a new relationship with wealth based on possibility rather than fear. Lesson 4. The power of faith in financial transformation. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be financially. While your logical mind may struggle with the gap between your current circumstances and your desired prosperity, faith allows you to hold a vision of abundance even before it manifests in physical form. This transformative power of faith isn't just spiritual rhetoric, it's backed by neuroscience and psychology. When you choose to believe in possibilities beyond your current reality, your brain begins creating new neural pathways. These pathways literally reshape your mind's architecture, allowing you to perceive opportunities that were previously invisible to you. This is why two people can look at the same circumstance and see entirely different possibilities. Their internal programming determines what they're capable of recognizing and receiving. Consider Sarah, a single mother who started with nothing but an unwavering faith in her ability to create prosperity. Despite working multiple jobs initially, she maintained an unshakable belief that abundance was her natural birthright. This faith guided her decisions, leading her to invest in herself, take calculated risks, and eventually build a successful business. Her external circumstances didn't change overnight, but her faith created a foundation for transformation that eventually manifested in material form. The science of positive expectation demonstrates that our beliefs shape our reality through both conscious and unconscious behaviors. When you genuinely believe in your capacity for wealth, you naturally take actions aligned with that belief. You might pursue additional education, network with successful people, or spot investment opportunities that you would have previously dismissed as not for people like me. Faith opens doors in your mind first, then in your external world. Strengthening your financial faith requires regular practice, much like building any other muscle. Start by identifying areas where you've already experienced evidence of abundance in your life, no matter how small. Perhaps you've always had enough for basic needs, received unexpected gifts, or found ways to make ends meet during difficult times. These experiences serve as anchors for expanding your faith in bigger possibilities. Visualization plays a crucial role in developing financial faith. Spend time daily imagining yourself managing larger sums of money with confidence and ease. Feel the emotions of financial security and abundance. Your brain doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones, so these visualization exercises actually prepare your nervous system for handling greater prosperity. Faith becomes particularly important during times of apparent setback or challenge. These moments test our commitment to believing in abundance despite external evidence to the contrary. When faced with financial difficulties, successful wealth creators maintain their faith while taking practical action. They view challenges as temporary situations rather than permanent verdicts on their financial potential. Developing financial faith doesn't mean ignoring practical realities or responsible planning. Instead, it means maintaining a broader perspective that sees beyond current limitations. It's about holding space for possibilities while taking grounded action in the present moment. This balanced approach allows you to remain both optimistic and pragmatic in your financial journey. As your faith in financial abundance grows stronger, you'll notice subtle shifts in how you approach money decisions. You'll move from a place of desperate hoping to quiet knowing. Your actions will become more aligned with your vision of prosperity, and you'll find yourself naturally attracted to opportunities that support your financial growth. This internal transformation creates a powerful foundation for lasting external change in your financial reality. Faith in financial transformation isn't about waiting passively for magic to happen. It's an active force that guides your decisions, shapes your actions, and determines what you believe is possible for your financial future. By cultivating this faith consistently, you create the internal conditions necessary for external prosperity to flourish. Lesson 5. Reframing your money beliefs. Our beliefs about money act as the invisible architects of our financial reality. Like a computer's operating system running silently in the background, these deep-seated beliefs influence every financial decision we make, often without our conscious awareness. The good news is that just as we can update software to run more efficiently, we can systematically upgrade our money beliefs to create a more prosperous reality. The first step in reframing your money beliefs is to bring them into the light of consciousness. Take a moment to consider what you truly believe about wealth and wealthy people. Do you think money is the root of all evil? Do you believe that wealthy people are inherently greedy or unethical? These beliefs, often inherited from family, culture, or past experiences, create a framework through which we filter all our financial experiences and opportunities. Our subconscious minds are literal interpreters of our beliefs, working tirelessly to prove them correct. If you believe money is hard to come by, your brain will focus on evidence that supports this belief, while overlooking opportunities for financial abundance. This is why two people can face the same financial circumstance, yet experience completely different outcomes. Their underlying beliefs shape their perceptions and actions. The process of reframing begins with questioning these long-held beliefs. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never be wealthy," or "rich people are lucky," pause and ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Can I find examples that disprove this belief? What would be a more empowering way to think about this? This questioning process creates cracks in the foundation of limiting beliefs, making space for new, more supportive thoughts to take root. Language plays a crucial role in this transformation. The words we use about money carry powerful emotional charges and programming. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," try, "How can I create the resources for this?" Rather than "money slips through my fingers," say, "I'm learning to be a skilled steward of wealth." These subtle shifts in language reshape your neural pathways and, consequently, your financial reality. Creating new money mantras can accelerate this transformation. These are positive, present-tense statements that align with your desired financial reality. For example, "Money flows to me easily and frequently," or "I am worthy of abundance in all forms." While these may feel uncomfortable or false at first, consistent repetition helps reprogram your subconscious mind, much like updating your mental software with new, more effective coding. Your relationship with money is also reflected in your emotional responses to financial situations. Notice how you feel when you pay bills, check your bank balance, or discuss money with others. These emotional patterns reveal deeper beliefs that may need reframing. If anxiety arises when paying bills, you might reframe the experience as an opportunity to express gratitude for the services and goods you've received. As you work with these new beliefs, it's essential to understand that your brain will initially resist change. This resistance is normal and actually signals that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone into new territory. Each time you choose a new thought pattern over an old one, you strengthen neural pathways that support financial abundance. The process of reframing money beliefs is not just about positive thinking. It's about creating a new operating system for your financial life. As your beliefs shift, You'll notice changes in your financial behaviors, decisions, and opportunities. You'll begin to recognize abundance where you once saw scarcity and possibilities where you once saw limitations. This internal transformation creates the foundation for lasting external change in your financial reality. This is a practice, not a one-time fix. Just as a garden needs regular tending, your money mindset requires consistent attention and care. Each day presents new opportunities to choose empowering beliefs over limiting ones, to speak words of abundance rather than lack, and to align your thoughts with the financial future you desire to create. Lesson 6. How to cultivate a prosperity mentality. A prosperity mentality isn't just positive thinking, it's a complete rewiring of how you perceive and interact with abundance in all its forms. This fundamental shift begins with understanding that prosperity is your natural state, not something to be chased or achieved through struggle. The universe operates from a principle of abundance. Seeds multiply into countless plants, stars number in the billions, and creative possibilities are infinite. The first step in cultivating this mentality is practicing radical gratitude. When you deeply appreciate what you already have, you create an energetic opening for more to flow into your life. Start by acknowledging the wealth that surrounds you in non-monetary forms: the air you breathe, the sunshine on your face, the ability to think and create. This appreciation extends to your current financial blessings, no matter how small they may seem. Even expressing thankfulness for the ability to pay a bill or buy groceries signals to your subconscious mind that you live in a supportive, abundant universe. Visualization becomes a powerful tool in this transformation. Your brain doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones, so regular visualization of your desired financial reality creates neural pathways that support prosperity. Spend time each day immersing yourself in the feeling of financial freedom. Experience the emotions of writing large checks for causes you care about, seeing abundant bank balances, or making investment decisions from a place of confidence and ease. Generosity plays a crucial role in prosperity consciousness. While it might seem counterintuitive, giving activates the abundance cycle in powerful ways. When you give, whether it's money, time, or attention, you demonstrate faith in the endless supply of good available to you. This isn't about giving beyond your means, but maintaining an open, generous spirit even while building your wealth. Simple acts like leaving a larger tip, buying coffee for a stranger, or sharing knowledge freely all reinforce your prosperity mindset. Creating prosperity rituals anchors these new thought patterns into your daily life. These might include blessing your income, expressing gratitude for unexpected money, or celebrating financial milestones. Some people create abundance altars with symbols of wealth and prosperity, while others prefer mantras or affirmations that reinforce their connection to unlimited supply. The key is consistency in making these practices as routine as brushing your teeth. Your relationship with money itself must shift from one of anxiety or indifference to one of respectful partnership. This means maintaining organized financial records, tracking your money flow with attention and care, and making conscious spending decisions. Prosperity consciousness includes being a good steward of your current resources while maintaining unwavering faith in their expansion. Language plays a vital role in this transformation. Notice how you speak about money, wealth, and abundance. Replace phrases like "I can't afford it" with "I'm choosing to invest my money elsewhere." Instead of "money is tight," try "I'm in the process of expanding my financial flow." Your words create your reality, and prosperous language helps build the neural pathways that support financial abundance. Cultivating a prosperity mentality is an ongoing practice, not a destination. Some days you'll feel more connected to abundance than others. The key is to maintain your prosperity practices even when external circumstances haven't yet caught up with your internal shifts. Like a farmer who faithfully tends their crops before any signs of growth appear, your consistent attention to prosperity consciousness creates the conditions for wealth to flourish in your life. Your prosperity mentality becomes the lens through which you view every financial situation, transforming challenges into opportunities and limitations into stepping stones. This isn't about denying reality, but about maintaining an unshakable knowing that abundance is your natural state and that the universe's resources are unlimited and available to you. Lesson 7. Daily shifts that attract abundance. Small actions, taken consistently, create massive transformation. When it comes to attracting abundance, your daily habits and choices form the foundation of your financial reality. The key is to establish intentional practices that align your energy, mindset, and actions with prosperity. Your morning routine sets the tone for your entire day's relationship with abundance. Instead of immediately checking your bank account or bills upon waking, create space for abundance-affirming practices. Begin with a few minutes of gratitude, specifically focusing on the financial blessings already present in your life. This might include appreciating the roof over your head, the food in your refrigerator, or the opportunities awaiting you that day. This simple shift in morning awareness primes your brain to notice more abundance throughout your day. Mindfulness around money decisions becomes crucial as you move through your day. Before making purchases, pause to check in with your energy. Are you buying from a place of lack and fear, or from a space of intentional choice and abundance? This brief moment of awareness can transform impulse spending into conscious investing. Even small purchases become opportunities to practice prosperity consciousness when you approach them mindfully. Your physical environment plays a vital role in attracting abundance. Take time to organize your wallet or purse, treating your money with respect. Clear your desk of unnecessary clutter, creating space for new opportunities to flow. Display symbols of abundance that resonate with you, perhaps a prosperity crystal, images of your financial goals, or even fresh flowers. Your external space reflects and influences your internal state. Energy management throughout the day directly impacts your abundance attraction. Notice when your energy dips and you slip into scarcity thinking. These are crucial moments to implement pattern interrupts, take a walk in nature, practice deep breathing, or repeat your prosperity affirmations. Managing your energetic state helps you maintain the high vibration necessary for attracting wealth. Cultivate awareness around your daily language and thoughts about money. When you catch yourself in scarcity-based expressions like, "I can't afford that," or "money doesn't grow on trees," pause and reframe. Choose language that emphasizes choice and possibility. "I'm choosing to invest my money elsewhere." Your words shape your reality, and this conscious shifting of language patterns gradually rewires your prosperity mindset. Create daily opportunities for generosity, no matter how small. Leave a larger tip than usual, share resources with colleagues, or offer valuable insights freely in your professional network. These acts of generosity signal to your subconscious mind that you live in an abundant universe where there is always more than enough to share. End your day with a prosperity review. Acknowledge the ways abundance manifested throughout your day, expected and unexpected. Notice the opportunities that arose, the resources that became available, and the moments of financial flow you experienced. This practice reinforces your abundance awareness and programs your subconscious mind to seek out more prosperity while you sleep. These daily shifts might seem subtle, but their cumulative effect is powerful. Like compound interest, small changes in your daily habits create exponential growth in your prosperity consciousness over time. Each mindful choice, each conscious reframe, and each generous action builds momentum toward greater abundance. Through consistent practice of these daily shifts, you create new neural pathways that naturally attract and sustain wealth in all its forms. Lesson 8. Letting go of control and trusting the flow. One of the greatest paradoxes on the path to prosperity is that our desperate attempts to control money often push it further away. When we grip too tightly, constantly monitoring every penny and obsessing over financial outcomes, we create resistance that blocks the natural flow of abundance. This chapter explores the delicate balance between wise stewardship and restrictive control, teaching you how to cultivate trust in the abundant nature of the universe. Consider how a river flows. It doesn't force its path, but rather follows the natural contours of the landscape, moving around obstacles rather than fighting against them. Money operates in much the same way. When we attempt to force, manipulate, or control financial outcomes from a place of fear, we actually constrict the channels through which abundance can reach us. The key is learning to navigate financial waters with wisdom while remaining open to unexpected tributaries of opportunity. The fear-based need to control often manifests as excessive budget tracking, inability to make spending decisions without extensive research, or refusing to invest or take calculated risks. While proper financial management is important, there's a profound difference between mindful oversight and anxious micromanagement. Notice how your body feels when you're making money decisions. Tension, constriction, and stress are signs that you're operating from control rather than trust. Releasing control doesn't mean becoming financially irresponsible or throwing caution to the wind. Instead, it means developing faith in your ability to handle whatever comes your way while remaining open to possibilities you haven't considered. It's about recognizing that some of the greatest financial opportunities often arrive in unexpected packages, through synchronicities and coincidences that no amount of controlling behavior could have engineered. Trust is built through small acts of surrender. Start by allowing yourself to make a purchase without checking your bank account multiple times, or saying yes to an opportunity before knowing exactly how it will pan out. Notice how the universe often provides in mysterious ways when you loosen your grip on the how. Many successful entrepreneurs share stories of their biggest breakthroughs coming after they stopped trying to force specific outcomes and remained open to alternative possibilities. Practicing surrender in your financial life requires developing comfort with uncertainty. This means acknowledging that while you can take inspired action toward your goals, you cannot control every variable or outcome. The most successful investors and business leaders understand this principle. They make informed decisions but remain flexible and adaptable as circumstances evolve. Your relationship with money reflects your deeper beliefs about trust and safety in the universe. When you believe that you must control everything to be secure, you operate from a place of fundamental distrust. This energy of distrust can repel the very abundance you're seeking to attract. By contrast, when you trust in the fundamental abundance of life while taking wise action, you align yourself with the natural flow of prosperity. The art of letting go while staying engaged is like dancing. You must remain present and responsive while allowing the music to guide your movements. In your financial life, this means setting clear intentions and taking appropriate action while remaining detached from specific outcomes. It's about trusting that if one door closes, another will open, often leading to even greater opportunities than you could have planned. The universe operates according to principles of expansion and abundance. Just look at nature's endless capacity for growth and renewal. Your role is not to force this expansion, but to align with it through a combination of inspired action and deep trust. As you practice releasing control and cultivating trust, you'll likely find that money flows more easily and opportunities arise more naturally than ever before. Lesson 9. Building a rich identity from the inside out. The journey to wealth begins with a fundamental truth. You must become wealthy in your mind and identity before you'll ever be wealthy in your bank account. Your self-concept, how you view yourself in relation to money and success, creates the ceiling for what you'll allow yourself to receive and maintain. Many people struggle financially not because they lack skills or opportunities, but because their internal identity conflicts with the reality of having wealth. They may consciously desire more money, while subconsciously believing they don't deserve it, or that wealthy people are somehow bad or unethical. This misalignment between desire and identity creates self-sabotaging behaviors that keep abundance at bay. Think of your financial identity as the operating system that runs all your money decisions and behaviors. If you're running on a poor person's operating system, even the best financial strategies and opportunities will eventually fail. Your unconscious programming will find ways to return you to the familiar territory that matches your self-image. This explains why lottery winners often lose their fortunes, and why some people seem stuck in cycles of boom and bust. Building a wealthy identity requires deliberate reconstruction of your self-concept. Start by examining the stories you tell about yourself in relation to money. Do you see yourself as someone who is good with money, who deserves abundance, who makes wise financial choices? Your answers reveal your current money identity. The good news is that identities are not fixed. They can be consciously reshaped through consistent new thoughts and action. One powerful way to shift your identity is through embodiment practices. Rather than just thinking about being wealthy, you must begin to feel, move, and make decisions as your wealthy self would. How would a financially secure person walk into a room? What would they focus on during their day? How would they treat themselves and others? By practicing these new ways of being, you literally rewire your nervous system to make wealth your new normal. Your environment also plays a crucial role in identity formation. While you don't need to spend money you don't have, you can gradually upgrade your surroundings to match your desired identity. This might mean keeping your space more organized, dressing with more intention, or spending time in environments that reflect abundance. These external shifts help reinforce your internal transformation. Relationships significantly impact identity as well. As you build your wealthy identity, you may need to carefully curate your social circle. Seek out mentors and peers who model healthy wealth consciousness. Distance yourself from those who reinforce scarcity thinking or make you feel guilty about your desire for abundance. Your wealthy identity needs nurturing relationships to thrive. Building a new identity takes time and patience. You'll likely encounter resistance as your old self-concept fights to survive. When this happens, treat it as evidence that you're growing rather than as a sign to retreat. Each time you choose your new wealthy identity over old scarcity patterns, you strengthen neural pathways that support lasting transformation. The ultimate test of your wealthy identity isn't the numbers in your account. It's your ability to feel worthy, confident, and at peace with prosperity. When you truly see yourself as someone who naturally attracts and sustains abundance, your external reality has no choice but to catch up with your internal truth. Your wealthy identity becomes the foundation from which all material success grows. Lesson 10. Living abundantly, no matter your bank balance. True abundance transcends the numbers in your bank account. While financial wealth certainly provides comfort and opportunities, the essence of living richly stems from a deeper wellspring within. This chapter explores how to experience and emanate abundance, regardless of your current financial circumstances. The first key to living abundantly lies in recognizing that wealth is a state of being rather than a state of having. When we define our worth solely through material possessions or financial metrics, we remain trapped in the cycle of never having enough. Instead, by cultivating inner richness through gratitude, meaningful connections, purposeful living, and spiritual abundance, we create an overflow that naturally extends into all areas of life, including finances. Consider how often you've encountered people with substantial material wealth who live in a constant state of perceived lack, always striving for more yet never feeling satisfied. Contrast this with people who may have modest means but radiate joy, generosity, and a genuine sense of abundance. This stark difference illustrates that abundant living is fundamentally an inside job. Living abundantly requires us to expand our definition of wealth beyond monetary terms. True richness encompasses the quality of our relationships, the depth of our experiences, the impact we have on others, and the peace we carry within. When we begin measuring our wealth through these broader metrics, we discover countless opportunities for abundance in our daily lives. One powerful practice for cultivating abundance regardless of circumstances is to focus on what you can give rather than what you lack. This might mean sharing your time, knowledge, skills, or simply offering a listening ear to someone in need. The act of giving from whatever resources you currently possess immediately shifts you from a position of scarcity to one of abundance. It reinforces the truth that you always have something valuable to offer. Another essential aspect of living abundantly involves fully appreciating and utilizing what you already have. This means deriving maximum joy and benefit from your current positions, relationships, and opportunities, rather than constantly yearning for more. It's about savoring simple pleasures, finding creative ways to make the most of available resources, and recognizing the hidden wealth in your present circumstances. The practice of abundant living also requires us to release comparison and competition. When we measure our abundance against others' external displays of wealth, we rob ourselves of the joy and satisfaction available in our own journey. Instead, focus on your unique path and the specific ways abundance manifests in your life. Living abundantly means maintaining an unwavering faith in the flow of good, even during challenging times. This doesn't mean denying financial difficulties or practical concerns, but rather holding onto your abundant mindset as you navigate temporary setbacks. It's about knowing that your worth and ability to experience richness in life remain constant, regardless of external fluctuation. Your capacity for abundant living expands as you cultivate presence and mindfulness. When you're fully present, you can recognize and appreciate the countless forms of abundance surrounding you. From the air you breathe to the sunshine on your face, from the ability to learn and grow to the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. This awareness naturally generates feelings of wealth and sufficiency. Living abundantly is a moment-by-moment choice. Each time you choose gratitude over complaint, generosity over hoarding, or faith over fear, you strengthen your abundant mindset. As you consistently make these choices, you'll find yourself experiencing greater richness in all aspects of life, creating a solid foundation for sustainable financial prosperity while enjoying the journey along the way.